Hey everybody, it's been a long time since I made a video, but I wanted to make a quick video about Front Row Motorsports and Todd Gilliland, the 38 truck, and kind of give you guys I guess you'd say kind of mid-season review, how I think the team's doing, um, and their progress that they've made, and basically things they could do possibly better or things that they're doing well that they need to keep doing well. All right, so getting into it, I got my notes to the side over here, but Daytona was kind of a wash. Finished 31st at Daytona. Um, you know, kind of just got caught up, is what it is. Um, but going kind of back before the season, got a little ahead of myself here, but got Chris Lawson as the crew chief, and from what I understand, um, you know, everything is pretty much a lot of the same crew as before with the 38 truck, so the foundation's pretty solid. One benefit is they've moved out of the DGR David Gillen Racing stables because they are a front row truck, but they were getting the trucks built over at DGR last year. This year they're getting built at the Front Row Motorsports shop with those guys, which I think is helping a ton. The crew chief for the 38 truck is the Front Row Motorsports the pit crew for the 38 is the same pit crew that they use on the Cup side. Front Row does. Now I'm not sure if it's the 34 team that pits the 38. I think that's what it is, or if it's just a little bit here and there. But I think it's all the 34 team on the Cup side that pits the 38 truck. If someone knows, correct me. Anyways, so yeah, moving on to the Daytona Road Course, finished 4th there. Moving on down the list, Las Vegas was 13th, Atlanta 17th, Bristol was 4th on dirt, Richmond was 6th. I was at Richmond and at Atlanta. In Kansas, they were 6th most recently. Now, some tracks that I think we're going to be good at going forward, any of the road courses, I think Coda we're going to be pretty decent at. One reason is because McDowell's tested there, and I think that'll be some good nut sharing. I think we'll be good at Charlotte, Pocono, and Gateway. Last year at Gateway, they were really dominant at Gateway. Had a great truck. Sheldon Creed, kind of did what he had to do to get the win, right? I'm not necessarily saying that he, bulldozed us or anything, but if he didn't drive it in deep like he did and push us up the track, he wasn't going to win. So, and I think we'll be good at Martinsville. Todd's won there before. Martinsville seems like a good FRM track in general. So anyways, I think the season's been going really well. I personally think that they're close to winning. I really do. I think that the truck is just a little bit off. But, Kansas was really good as far as they stayed in the top 10, got stage points the whole time. I just think that it's coming. It's coming. You can tell the truck is better this year than it was last year. It's more consistent from start to finish. It's not so much like a drop way back and catch way back up type of thing. You're not seeing a lot of that. I think the crew, everyone at the shop's working really hard. I will also say that, not to try to sound like I don't want people to succeed, but you see a lot of these HMS trucks, Sheldon Creed and not Tyler Ankrum, Zane Smith not being sponsored, and I can only speculate that not having funding and truck performance may only go but so far. Now, granted, with that said, I think as long as they don't really crash a lot of trucks and have to rebuild, they're fine. But I'm kind of waiting for those guys to kind of drop a little bit out of the pack. Rafael Lassard in a 24, he just got cut. So what I'm circling around to is that 38 truck is, as far as I know, completely fully funded. Associate sponsors, everything. They don't have any open slots or anything. So it should be a truck that should be And it's good funding. It's not like a full-time funding where it's like, okay, this guy's on the hood of the car, but they're really not paying a lot. No, these guys are, I think, paying pretty top dollar for trucks to fund Todd's car or truck. His sponsors, which I'll go over, Speedco Primary, Chicago Pneumatic Compressors, which also sponsors the 38. Primary, a sponsor called Pneumatech, which is basically like kind of dealing with compressors too, but it's more of like on the shop air side, I think. I don't know. Frontline Enterprise, still can't really figure out what they do, but they sponsor him like 4 times a year. So I've Googled the hell out of them, and I can't find out anything on that company. I think it might be trucking related, maybe military contracting company of some sort. I don't know, because there's like 4 or 5 that come up on Lincoln or whatever it's called. So the Pete Store, I think they did 1 race, but I think they might do like 1 or 2 more. And Crossley Brands, that's another one, which I think is kind of like a family tie thing. I think that David Gilliland's known those guys forever and a day. But anyways, and Black's Tire is another one that's going to be on the car a few times. And the associates are Speedy Cash, and Loves, and some other various ones that come around throughout the year. But yeah, anyways, this was just a quick little video. I'm really pretty proud of the team. I think they're doing a pretty good job. I was hoping for some better finishes at Atlanta and stuff like that, but I think a lot of it's just, you know, blowing setups without practice, because, you know, you can kind of tell because at like the very end of the race, it's like, hey, we got it where we need to be, you know. And that's kind of a front row motorsports thing in general sometimes. But yeah, I look forward to Circuit of the Americas, Watkins Glen, like I said, road courses coming up, Canadian Motorsports Park, places like that. But yeah, let me know how you guys think about, you know, where the 38 stands, how you think he's doing. Let me know if you think he might win a race. I feel pretty strong about Darlington. I like the throwback. I like the Black's Tire. You know, the black and orange throwback kind of looks old school. Kind of has that Darlington feel to it, in my opinion, you know. So I'm really looking forward to this race. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to tape it because I have obligations with a friend of mine. I won't be able to watch it live. So I want to either watch it Saturday or Sunday. But anyways, sorry I haven't done a video in a while. I'm going to do an Anthony Alfredo and Michael McDowell video coming up here pretty soon. But yeah, 38 truck looking strong. If I had to grade them, I would give them probably a A-, I think. They don't really beat themselves on pit road either. Todd seems like I don't think he's had any speeding penalties this year. Looks like he gets in pit road good. Looks like he gets in his pit box good. Gets out of his pit box good. And you know, pit crew, we already talked about that. So you know, they're a Cup pit crew. They're going to make minimal mistakes, right? And I think the crew chief's been making pretty good calls, to be honest with you. I really do. But in the trucks, you know, there's not a lot of strategy calls. I mean, really only the 3rd stage you can really do any pit strategy, and usually there's just enough tires for, like, you know, 4 sets or whatever. It's not like the Cup Series where you just keep throwing the tire money gun at them, you know what I mean? So you know, we haven't ran into a lot of races where they went green on a final stage and we had to make strategy calls a whole lot. I mean, Kansas was kind of, you know, pretty typical scenario, like, okay, you pit, you come in, whatever. But I'd like to see some of the longer races come, like Charlotte and stuff. Maybe if we can get some strategy calls. I'd like to see what the crew chief kind of does. But so far, I mean, I don't think his hand's been forced too much to make anything wild, any wild decisions. So I'm not going to, like, try to make it sound like he's been doing great on that end of it. But anyways, yeah, hope you guys have a good week, and I'll holler at you later. Thanks.